Hi everyone, Aiden here with etrailer.com. Today we're going to be taking a look at the Inno Gravity Ski and Snowboard Carrier here on our 2021 Audi Q7. Now this is going to be a rooftop carrier that holds your gear in these clamps. So if I just open up this button here, you can see we've got these padded clamps that will sandwich your gear between these two large rubber pads. That's going to keep them protected and provide some grip and cushioning so they don't go anywhere and they are free from any damage. You can see it gets a really strong hold on them here. We do have a capacity of 6 skis or 4 snowboards. That's going to depend on your gear size though. We'll go over your actual usable dimensions in a bit, just so you can lay out your own gear at home and see what will fit. What makes this one unique though is the fact that there are 2 sides. So we've got this side loaded up here, but if I walk around to the back side of the vehicle here, you can see there's a whole separate section of jaws. So you can have more gear over here. And you can kind of see why that might be advantageous of this is a taller vehicle. And even for me, I'm 6 feet tall, it's hard for me to reach these inner points of the carrier here. And as we get into those larger capacity carriers that just get longer and longer and longer, that pushes your gear closer towards the middle of your vehicle. So spreading it out like this, just putting it towards both edges of the roof rack is actually really nice because it makes it easier to load and unload. Personally, I would maybe go with something like the Kuat Grip. That's going to be the same style of carrier, but the trays slide out, so it just brings your gear to you. And you can get a longer version of that. So for me personally, that's the direction I might go. I think it's just a little bit nicer and it takes up less space on your roof rack because this will stretch over the entire length of the roof rack. So that's just my personal preference, but this is going to do a darn good job too. We'll go ahead and get the skis unloaded here and we can get some closer looks at the actual carrier itself. One thing I really do like about this is the mounting system. So we've got these padded clamps around the crossbars. Those are opened up by opening this lever. It's their memory mount, so it remembers your crossbars. Once you set the proper tension, it will stay at that position, so you can just throw it on, latch it down, and it actually locks once you secure your gear in place. You lock it at the front here, so that'll lock your gear into the carrier and lock this from being opened so your carrier is locked to the roof rack. I'll go ahead and close this down here and we can get that usable dimension from front to back, inside edge to inside edge, and that's the actual padded portion here. That's 14.5 inches, and that's going to be the same on the other side too. So just lay out your gear at home, see what that will fit, and you should be good to go. The other thing to consider here is the height added. It does stick up 7 inches from the top of our crossbar, so go to your own roof rack at home, measure up 7 inches, and that's what kind of height we're going to be adding. Overall, that's really low clearance, especially when you compare it to something like a roof box. Some people do like using those boxes to carry their skis and snowboards, but they're very bulky, they can get very expensive, and they're even harder to store when they're not on your roof. So for me, hauling skis and snowboards, this is my preferred way, just because it is going to be much more manageable when it's both on the roof and off the roof. And overall, I think the Gravity is going to be a good fit for your Q7 here and let you get a lot of gear onto the roof. Thanks for watching.